Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, David, how you doing, man? What's going on? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Hey, Monkey Rock, how you doing? Hey, Mo Speed, how you doing? Thank you guys for being here. What's going on? Yes, 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 yes. What's going on, guys? What's going on? All right. All right, guys. Well, you guys see the topic. You guys see the topic tonight. We're gonna talk a little. You sub? All right. Thank you for subbing. Truly appreciate that. Truly appreciate that. All right. Good night. You guys hearing me? Let me know. Hey, good night, David. Good night. See if you find my hat. Okay. All right. All right. Let me know if you guys hearing me, guys. Let me know if you guys hearing me. Growing up, yes, man. Yes, 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 yes. It is a lot of fun growing up in the island. What happened is, you know, what you call today, what you call today, what you call today living off the grid. This is actually how people live every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, like the bathroom, you got to use the bathroom outside. You got to actually come out your house, get a bucket, and actually go and jog water. Not like today, you could just turn up the pipe tap and the water is there right in your house. No, you actually had us to come outside, grab your bucket, walk a mile, 2 miles, get the water, and come back home. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to make 6, 7 trips. In them time, it was really hard. You know what I'm saying? People going nuts because we also lived. Yeah, it is. I think the honest truth is, I think it's a lot of benefit. I mean, it make you appreciate life today. The honest truth is, it really make you appreciate life. But living in that kind of form kind of help you to appreciate stuff for real. Because, like for instance, we used to take, and it was very creative, man, very creative. We used to actually use all different type of things and create, like the chuck. We want to get a chuck, we will get a sardine can, load it up with sand, put a string and pull it, and that was fun for us. Everything was like. But I really do believe that kind of life is one of the best life you can live. That's no joke about it. Simple and natural. Ain't got to worry about spending too much money. The soil is beautiful because in the islands, a lot of volcano ashes, like when the volcano erupt, the ashes spread all over. And that ash, what it do? What it do, man, it kind of make the soil fertile. So everything you grow is beautiful. And listen me, what I notice in all the islands, yeah, what I notice in all the islands, there's so much different fruit trees everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you turn is all kind of fruit trees just every by the roadside. Mango trees just everywhere. All different type of plum just everywhere. Food, but the problem is today, people not, the younger generation is not appreciating. Yeah, ash, yes, David, ash is definitely great for your garden, you know. Because when the volcano them erupt, they push out a lot of ash. And when they push out the ash, then the ash mix in with the soil and the soil very fertile. You know. Yeah, so a lot of these fruit trees, listen to me, man, just name it. Just name it. Any type of fruit trees you could talk about, you will find in the islands. And I'm talking about most of the islands. I'm not just talking about one island. All the island is actually full of fruits. There's times when you hear fruits ripen. There's times when you ain't got to cook for days. You ain't got to cook no food for days. All you feeding from fruits. You wake up in the morning. Yes, you drink your tea. You brush your teeth, do what you got to do, drink your tea. But the fruits, you will eat. You could, all you got to do, man, you grab a bucket and you walk and you just pick fruits. And that's what you eating all day. This was the kind of life. But I know in this time, I know it's very different. Because I don't think people appreciating the food that they have just there, the fruits. Fruits dropping off the tree and rotting on the ground. The generation now rather the food in the can than the actual natural food that grows. They rather the processed food. And let me tell you how it works this time, because the processed food gonna be more cheaper. Let me see what David, sir. Let me see. You mean to tell me you just wake up and fish? Yeah! Yes, bro. Yes. You could have just wake up, go to and guess what? Let me tell you something, David. They used to have fishermen you don't need lice, you don't need nothing. They have seine and they will be at the beach all in the morning, and they will show their nets and they will grab fish, and then people will help them pull the fish inside, and then they give the people who help them, and they also sell some. You didn't need license for nothing. You want to go hunting. You didn't need no license for hunting. Everything was just get up and just go and deal with it, man. This is how it was. But I'm sure a lot of things change, because the generation today, they really don't want to hunt. They don't really want to plant, grow food. Yeah, and the commune, and guess what? The barter system was working at them time. The barter system that was actually working. That was how it operate. So you didn't rate the money situation. People, people had more quality of life with what they have. Their farm, there's fisherman, there's plumber. It was a community. That's how it was. Yes, you said it right. A community. And the way this community used to operate was just amazing. Was just amazing. You actually didn't really need the funds. All you need something to exchange. If you have rice and you ain't got sugar, you could go to someone and get some sugar. But time changed now, I'm sure. People rather today to get stuff in the can than the actual food. And guess what happened? Farmers are struggling. Why? Because the processed food is cheaper than the real food. This is the problem. So because the processed food is cheaper than the real food, people running and buying the processed food, and the farmers, the local farmers who actually growing the real food, is struggling because they have no market for it to sell their food. People buying the processed more than the real food because they say it's cheaper. So time has changed a lot, but in those days, it was just different, man. It was just different. You didn't need cash. You surely didn't need money. All you need, have something going, your animal, your farm, some kind of skill. If you as a farmer, you ain't got to worry. You become like the man in the community. You was the fisherman. You ain't got to worry. You become like the man in the community. The plumber. You ain't got to worry. Once you had these skills, you couldn't go hungry, man. You always have something. Why you always have something? Because it was like an exchange. I go fishing, I come back with fish. I can give you fish, it's no problem. But maybe another day you might be able to give me some flour. So this is how the community used to be running. You didn't need, this community used to naturally run without actual finance, cash. They have to always entice people to get away from depending. Exactly. So that's what happened there, David. The processed food is more cheaper. So you see how crazy it is? The real food, people's claiming they can't afford to buy the real food, so they're gonna buy the cheaper one, which is the process, which really don't make no sense. But this is how it works. This is how it working today. So when we in them time, man, I see people build houses without, all they had was to do, man, is have food. Like they cook food and they have some juice and they might have some liquor for people to drink and enjoy themselves. And people will come out every Saturday and Sunday faithfully, man, faithfully, to help you get your house together. This is how it used to be, man. And in them time, it was really amazing. It was really amazing to see that. When you look back at it now, to see that you actually didn't need finance, cash money to survive. You could be a farmer and considered as a rich man in them times. You could be a fisherman and consider on being rich. Without actually, just the skill make you rich. Not the finance. The skill make you rich. And this is how it flipped today. No, it's got to be the finance to make you rich. Not the skill, the finance. But in those days, it was the skill that make you rich. So if you is a fisherman, you is a rich guy. You never want for nothing. You as a plumber, you always have something. Carpenter, mason, you always have, you consider rich people having a skill in them time. Fine, the actual money, the cash, wasn't there like that. It was there, but not like that. Today, it's a whole different ball game. If you don't have the money, the paper is like you know you have nothing. That's how it flipped. It flipped on. So now it looked to us that you actually have to have this paper to be rich. But with skills, once you acquire certain skills in them time, you consider as being rich. A farmer in those days, man, a farmer railing his animal, all his animal, and growing all different type of food. That's a rich man. That's a rich man. Then he butcher one his cow and he share with some of the meat, and he might do barter. He might use it for a barter system. So get what? Now, he needs something. He might need oil. He don't, you know what I mean? He need oil. He could definitely deal with his oil. He need soap. He could get soap because he have meat. And this is how people used to live. And live really good too. Farmers are rich too. Definitely. Farmers was they rich today and they was rich then. Even without the cash, the finance, the cash, they still consider to be rich because they have what? The food, all the food they grow, all the animal they have, that's being rich. So that's some, listen me man, that's some serious time, but the generation today is way different than in them times. Now, it's more about money now. People rather have the actual cash than farming land, rearing animal. The younger generation today, you really can't tell them. Exactly, he has the food. You really can't tell them about farming. Nobody want to grow food. I remember, man, there was places that, man, food, the soil was fertile. The soil was fertile. And when these people growing food, man, is bags of food you're tumbling out of these areas. Tons of food. And today these land just rest there. These land just sitting there. Nobody walking these land. And the crazy thing about it, the population get bigger by far. The population multiply by far. But yet the land is there because people now actually depending on processed food from imported food than the actual food that they growing. So it's a whole different generation, it's a whole different time. But food is food, and I think sometimes, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but food security is important, very important. But nutrition security is also important. So, yes, you might want the processed food because it's cheaper than the local food, but which one have more nutrition inside of them? And sometimes the local food, it might be more expensive, and it have more nutrition, and it gonna last way longer in your stomach than the processed food. Because sometimes when you eat this food, man, this food hold you up. You eat a solid breakfast, and this thing hold you up till maybe in the evening. You ain't want nothing to eat till in the evening. But with these processed food, man, from the time you eat something, 2 hours after you're ready to eat again. So at the end of the day, you still ending up spending and eating more than if you deal with your local farmers. That's what share, crop, walking, the land, not to sleep. That's it. That's it. That's it. It was not that. I agree with that. What kind of fruit were there? I know many more that I do. Yes. Bear listen me is listen me. And you know what? I don't even see them because you see what happened is a lot of fruits could grow in the tropical and cannot grow where where the temperature is where you have winter. But it's so much fruits, man. Listen me, man. You have breadfruit. You have jar plum. Well, different places gonna call them different names, but it's basically the same thing. You have breadfruit. You have jar plum. You have Dungs plum. You have Beckwith plum. You have all different kind of plum. You have golden apple. You have coconut. You have sugar apple. You have soursop. You have Beckwith plum. You have, well, you have orange. Man, it's so much. Me get leaf of life today to grow. Okay. All right. That's good sign, man. And I'm also, man, it's so much fruits. I'm telling you, it's so much fruits that cannot grow in the cold weather. So much different type of fruits. That's tropical, man. It's so much. And I remember you will eat fruits for a whole week without cook any food. All you eating is fruits. All you eating is fruits, man. Exactly. I mean, they say Jamaican sorrel, but I say it's the island sorrel because they're everywhere. That sorrel is basically everywhere in the island. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's an island sorrel because it's everywhere. But that's another product as well that's good for, in the Christmas season, they use it for drink. They use it and make a drink. Very tasty. We have Marby bark, man. Yes, we have Marby bark. Marby bark is a bark that grows on a tree. You see like the tree bark? And you take it off, like just like how you might use a knife or whatever you get to take off the bark. And you use that, and you could use that and make juice. if you boil it, it's really, really bitter. But what people do, people gonna add the sugar, the essence, and flavor it, and make it a real refreshing drink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's so much, man. It's so much. When people talk about things hard in the island, what I just say, go back to the land. If you believe things is so hard, go back to the land. Stop depending on, like processed food. Get back. Use containers. Get back to the land. Plant food. Things gonna get a little easier. Your soil is fertile. Use and grow food. People trying to grow food in their house. So why can't you grow some food in your backyard? Island sorrel, yes. It's basically island sorrel. Because I guarantee you, every island you go to is definitely growing this sorrel. Every island you go to, you're gonna definitely find this sorrel. So it's like it's a island sorrel instead of just, But many people say Jamaican sorrel. It's so much. And it's so thing that there's trees, big trees, that their leaf is good for tea. I'm telling you about big trees. So what you do, you break in a limb of that tree and just hang it to dry, and then you using it, and then it giving you such a flavor. And listen, it's just different. A lot of stuff grows in the island because of it's tropical. Anywhere that's tropical, they grows there. Lots of different herbs grows there. That's tropical. It's really, I think, you know what, I think I'm going to start to do more on this topic. Maybe I might be able to get a few people to come and really elaborate more. I really think I'm gonna. I've been watching you plant. Damn, your soil. Yeah, man, that's how my soil is. That's how my soil is. My soil is actually loose. It really don't get to freezing. It don't really get to freezing. So I can't ever remember when it was it ever froze. I can't remember that. But I also walk my soil a lot. When I say walk my soil, I always keep turning it over. Some people say, oh no, if you turn over the soil, no, listen to me. A lot of people don't really understand. Man, you listen to me. Once you keep doing what you're doing, you definitely. I see what you grow, man. So I'm not gonna underestimate you at all. You see what I'm saying? Because I see the kind of food you grow. You don't say much, but I see what you be tumbling out. You're tumbling out, David. You know what I'm saying? But with your soil, just keep do what you're doing. Just keep do what you're doing. It's not gonna happen overnight. But once you do what you're doing and keep them chemical out of your soil, because chemical do keep you back. You know what I'm saying? It definitely keep you back. So if you eliminate the chemical, you're gonna maintain what you're doing. Turning the soil remind me of comedy here. Yeah, right. Yes. Some people talk about, oh no, you're not supposed to turn. Listen to me. So when you go in and plant, don't you have to dig? You have to dig. You still got to dig the holes. I think, to me, from my experience, turning the soil is very important. I really think so. Because turning the soil also help loosen your soil. The more you work the soil, the more looser the soil get. If we comb it, it's the cling free. Right, all right, exactly. That's a good one, David. That's a damn good one. Right. Right, exactly. Exactly. It's like combing the hair. Yeah. If we comb it, it stay cling free. Exactly. Exactly. So the more you walk your soil, the more freer and looser it get. Because at the end of the day, if the soil is loose, the root of the plant grows better. You see? The root will grow, spread even faster. Me to aerate the soil, turn it. Yes, I do that. A matter of fact, I do that before. I do that in the winter. I do that in the late spring, and I also do it in the winter. Before I start planting, I turn the soil. I mean, it working for me. It's surely working for me. So I keep turning the soil. So the soil, by the time you're ready for plant, by the time planting they come, and you're ready to plant, what happens is your soil already, it loose and ready. If you're not turning the soil gonna be get hard and tough, and instead of it be loose, it have these big nuts inside of it. You always have to turn them soil. Yes, man. The planting, well, we hit in spring now, and the planting season is right here, man. But in the morning does be so cold, man. I want to plant some stuff, but I'm still, man, I have ginger. I have ginger growing indoors right now, 3 feet tall already. 3 feet. I have some I plant already that didn't sprout as yet. But I had some inside that 3 feet tall right at this moment. But I don't want to take them outside, because what's gonna happen with the coldness and morning, it's gonna dry them leaf, man. And then the plant will have to start over. So I can't, I'm still keeping them indoors. These things 3 feet tall and growing. Okay. Freezes over in the, oh damn. And 80s this week. Wow. 80. Bear listen to me. Let me tell you, for the past 5, 6 days, in the morning, all you've been getting is freezing, ma. So when you get up in the morning, it's actually freeze. It's so cold outside. So when I see that, I say, nah, I'm not, I'm planting, but the only thing I'm planting is like cold hardy, like broccoli, cabbage, and them kind of plant. All my herbs, them. I'm not taking them outside yet, because it's, the weather, man, and I don't want to put them out there 2 weeks earlier, and then the weather come and hit them and dry them up. So I'm going to be a little more patient and just hold on another 2 weeks. You know what? I have a video to upload with the ginger, with my ginger. Naturally, listen me, man. 3 feet and counting growing out the container. I have them in a container about 15 inches deep. And this thing is actually tall. The hangover that's up is taller than the container. So they actually 3 feet and more counting right now. Yeah, man. And this is indoors. This is not outdoors. This is indoors you're talking about. I some move over to the icon. Let me see. The sun move over to the. I can't tell by the shade light behind my house. Oh, okay. Okay. So what about your fruit trees now, David? Wait, I was watching a video for you with the cow today, but I didn't get to finish it. Yeah, I was watching the video today. I gotta go back and finish that video. Yeah, beautiful to see. Yes, yeah. Man, listen me, man. The garden season is Wait, David. Let me see. The garden season is right here, man. Listen me, man. Yeah, man. My fruit trees. Right now, my raspberry have full with flowers now. My plum actually have plum at this moment. My peach actually have peach at this moment. The parmesan that start pushing out flowers. No leaf, not pushing out leaf. And I have figs. I have a couple figs that now start pushing out leaf as well. So, but if your froze is over, man, you need to start planting, man. You need to get dung. You need to get dung, man. You actually need to get down and put as much food as you can in the ground right now because you have a long growing season. You know what? I saw, you know what? I went online because what I realized, I said, man, the more fruit trees you could get, you should really try to, because, and I'm trying to get them from I don't want them from seed. Right now, I have apple tree that growing from seed. I have pear tree that growing from seed. But the thing is, them gonna take too long. So I want to start getting them from clipping, from the cuttings, or I buy them, or I go and buy the plant. But cherry is trust me, a cherry tree is a good plant too. That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. And now you say that, it made me want to get a cherry tree as well. Yeah, it made me want to get one as well. And what I noticed too, man, I'm noticing there's so many different variety of these fruit trees, which is the plum, which is the fig, even the apple. I'm seeing so much different variety now. But the cuttings, man, if you could get the cuttings, is way cheaper. I was looking at avocado, man. Cold hardy avocado. And they're actually selling them for $100 and something for the coal or the avocado. So it's either you buy it for the 100 or something, or you try to get a seed. You know what I'm saying? And start from scratch. But the only thing is, man, starting from scratch take forever for you to basically, it take like 3-4 years before that could start produce fruits. But at the same time, I will still do my seeds from time to time, because 3 years run like that, man. And by the time you win, you might have another fruit tree to add to your garden. Yes. But yes, brother, man. And thing I'm gonna use over here for talk on this platform here to talk a lot about the islands and different places, because I know a lot of people really want to know about the islands. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do more of that, and then that get other people that could even talk about it, man. You know what I mean? So you could get more ideas. Like different islands, people could actually talk about their way of how they grew up, which basically almost everybody have it's what's basically the same type of life. It made me want, yeah. Listen me, David. You should take a trip down the one day, even if for a week, just to see what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it's like. I think it's gonna be a good idea. Right. That's it. That's it, David. That's it. The mood and Fifi, yes. We could really have a conversation. Yeah, that's a good idea, David. That's a good idea. The mood and Fifi. You said it right. I think three of us could sit down all night and talk about. You know what, man? The only thing with this app here, I can't bring nobody on this one, but this Saturday, I don't know, either this Saturday or this Friday, I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna start to do live about the Caribbean. Either Saturday or Friday. I'm gonna finalize that before the week up. Where we just gonna be having island talk, people from different island, and open panel that people could come up and actually talk about the way how things used to be in their island. I think that will be a good conversation. Yes, the mood will love that. You're right. The mood will definitely love the conversation. Yeah. Yeah, that will be a nice conversation. I do think so. I do think so. I think I'm gonna reach out to them. I don't know, maybe email them and see if they in for it. But I do think it will be a really good conversation. Yeah, I think it would, man. I think it would. I think it would. Email them and maybe this. Okay, Friday. Who does be on? Saturdays. No, yeah. Fridays I'm more open. I'm more open. 'Cause I don't think much people be on Friday. I can hear Fifi now talking about. Yes, I think that'll be cool. I think that will be cool, yeah. I think that's a good idea, man. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. And then who knows, man, other people from different islands, because it's plenty islands. It's a lot of different islands. So who knows, man, people could just join and in the chat and just have conversation, man. Talk about different things at the end of the day. Yeah, I think so too, man. At the end of the day, people gonna be learning. I mean, it's something to learn. Something for you to say, oh wow. Because I'm telling you, the actual living off the grid that we call living off the grid today, this is how people actually live every day. You know what I'm saying? Some people fortunate to get out of the situation, but people still living like that today. So even any pressure come on, it ain't gonna bother them. Why it ain't gonna bother them? Because this is actually how they live. You know? So I do think that will be a good conversation and we can get to know more. Definitely, David. More plants and even more fruits. And the good thing about it, we might actually find people who actually down there right now that can still know about these herbs. So yes, I think that's a very good idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'll reach out and ask if anybody really interested wanna have this conversation. I think it will be an interesting conversation. Yeah. And we all could learn something. We all could learn something. Yeah. I'm gonna put it together definitely either this Friday or this Saturday. Most likely, when I look at what who gonna be live, is more. I think it's more easier for the Friday. Or if you go Saturday, it gonna be like a late night. Yeah, it's gonna mostly be like a late night. Yes. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do it on this channel. I think I'm gonna do it on this channel where we, like a more, cause it's gonna be more about talking about different things that we happen. And the other one is more about gardening. So this one, no, it's the same thing because we definitely gonna be calling out herbs and things. Anyhow, I'll let you know, David. But definitely is either this Saturday or Friday coming. We're gonna be start doing this live about the islands and how things used to be and how things still is today. I know it was completely different than today because now everybody more worrying about the dollar than growing some food. You see what I'm saying? People actually was surviving, living good by farming, by being fishermen, by being skilled. People actually was living pretty good. No, people don't want to grow food. It's become too hard now. Yes. So yes, David, man. Let me see. I'll be looking for. All right, all right, all right. So thank you, brother, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming by. But yes, we're gonna have this conversation about different islands, man. Yeah, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna make this turn into something, man. I tried the email, the mood. If that's if his email is on his page, and I try email Fifi Johnny as well, and whoever. I don't know. Maybe Urban might want to talk about it too. But you know what I mean. So different, like every week, we could have different people who really wanna talk about what's going on. So yes, man, always on take. All right, brother. I appreciate you. All right. So good night, man. Thank you so much. All right.